Hey guys. So if you've watched my previous video, it's not very long. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long. Sorry, I'm tired. But if you watched it, it'll tell you I'm going to Alabama and Germany and London. So I thought that I've already done a Germany fact, so I thought, oh, I'll do a London fact. Yeah, it wasn't working for me. It always kept up searching the United Kingdom, and I like how you can see the camera in my thing, but it always kept doing the United Kingdom, and like I just wanted London because otherwise there's like too many facts, and I would end up printing like 15 pages and only need like 4. So I decided to do Alabama. So I gotta sort these, but. Alright, let's get started. This photo, yeah, I had to print it off National Geographic. It's a photo of some falls in Alabama. I don't know where though. Didn't say. Now here are some fast facts. The nickname, the Heart of Dixie. Statehood, 1819. It's the 22nd state. As of July 2015, the population was 4,858,979. The capital is Montgomery. The biggest city is Birmingham. I think I murdered that name. And the abbreviation is AL. Now let's read about history at the history. More than 10,000 years ago, people came to the area that is now Alabama, some living in Russell Cave. Thousands of years later, Native American tribes such as Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, and Creek resided in the area. Although many Native Americans were forced to leave Alabama in the 1800s, today some descendants of those tribes still live in the state. Spanish explorers first arrived in 1500s. The area was controlled at a different time by England, France, then Spain again. It was finally signed over to the United States along with what's now Mississippi. In the 1795 Treaty of San Lorenzo in 1819, Alabama became a U.S. state. It would leave the Union in 1861 and rejoin the Civil War. Some of the printing's off, so I had to look down and try to guess. In the 1950s and 60s, Alabama was at the center of the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus while to a white man in Montgomery. Something. Oh gosh. Cortana. Now I can finally start speaking. To a white man in Montgomery. Many protests against segregation followed, often led by Martin Luther King Jr., which I think pretty much all of you know. Quit see him filming. She's an interrupter. Now, where were we? Oh, the state bird is the yellow hammer, and the state flower is camellia flower. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now here's the flag, the white with the red cross. And then, why is it called Alabama? The state's name comes from the Alabama tribe, one of the Native American groups from the area. Dixie is a nickname from the southern states, especially the Confederate states which left the Union during the Civil War. Alabama is called the Heart of Dixie because Montgomery, Alabama was the first Confederate capital. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, when we're in Alabama, my cousins are gonna go crab fishing. I wish the water was clear enough there to go snorkeling and if there was stuff to see. Like in Florida, that would be so cool. Anyway, geography and landforms. Do you really want to Here, I'll just kind of summarize it. Alright, the states that border this is Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and Mississippi. The Highland Rim is the northwest, is where you'll find Tennessee River Valley, while the Cumberland Plateau in the northeast is named for its flat-top plateaus, just southeast of the Appalachian Ridge and Valley, which includes the Coosa River and iron-rich Red Mountain. The Piedmont Upland is the central eastern part of the state. It is a hilly area with Alabama's highest peak, the 12,407-foot Chia Mountain. Sounds like cheetah. The rest of the state is called the East Gulf Coastal Plain, which contains both flatlands and hills, plus Alabama, state's largest river at 314 miles long. Wildlife: 2 North American rare species, the Pittorrokee beach mouse and the Alabama beach mouse, hide out in Alabama. Coyotes, armadillos, deer, feral pigs, American alligators also roam land. Birds such as kites, bald eagles, and hawks top the skies, and Gulf Coast water dog and the something-inch eastern hellbender, the biggest salamander species to wade in North America, are underfoot. The state tree is the southern longleaf pine. The state bird is the yellowhammer. The state bird is the camilla, and the state quarter is that. There's the state flower. I'm trying to talk really fast, so if you want to slow it down, you can. So, bamboo and mistletoe grow in the state as well as other parts in the country, but the guess what? Grows right here too. Mistletoe. Anyway, where was I? Bamboo and mistletoe grow in the state as well as other parts of the country, but the carnivore's Alabama caretaker Ricker plans the alligator goldcrest and the Kennedy clover can only be found here. The state's 100-plus types of trees include pines, red cedars, magnolias, and live oaks, which are often drained with lake grass, bears, moss. I'll start saying it slower. Natural resources. About 70% of Alabama is covered in forests, so it's no wonder the state is known for its timber. Alabama's vast forests would cover Rhode Island, Delaware, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Alabama is also rich in limestone, coal, and iron ore, which are the 3 raw materials needed to make steel. In fact, Alabama is home to 3 of the nation's top pipe-making companies. Interesting. Fun stuff. Famous Alabamans include the country singer Hank Williams, educator Brooke T. Washington, inventor George Washington Carver, jazz singer Nat King Cole, and author Harper Lee. Visit Ivy Green, the birthplace of Helen Keller. Oh, I want to visit there so much. I've read the Helen Keller book so many times I can recite every page. Annie was her teacher. Once Helen locked her in a closet. It's the I Am Helen Keller. And visit Ivy Green, the birthplace of Helen Keller, and touch the pump where the activist, who was born deaf and blind, first learned the word water. Tour the White House of the Confederacy of Montgomery, where the Confederate President George Jefferson Davis lived for a period of time during the Civil War. NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center of Huntsville, found near the nearby U.S. Space and Rocket Center, the World Space Flight Museum, and home to Space Camp. Oh, I love those kind of museums. They're so cool. And then, yeah, there are the credits. Read the credits. And then there's Alabama. To me, it looks backwards. I think it does to you, too. So, I don't know. I don't usually watch YouTube videos. I usually just make them. Oh my gosh, and if you're a Harry Potter fan, I bet you're like, oh, the Crimes of Grindelwald is out. And I'm like, that was really high pitched. Well, anyway, see you peeps later. Don't forget to hit that like button, and a subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Boop. Anyway, bye-bye.